everyone! How is it going? Welcome to Sirdork Live, the weekly live show we have every single week here Thursdays, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my YouTube channel. Thank you all so much for being here. You guys are fantastic. Seriously, every time I come on here and I see like 12 people waiting or so, like in the live live chat stream, makes me so happy. So seriously, you guys, thank you so much for being here. This has been an incredible few weeks, or actually it's been like 2 months or so that we've been doing the Sirdork Live, and it's been going pretty well. We had a couple technical difficulties last time, but it's going to be good this time. It's going to be all good. I see Toy Stories is in here. I see that dude, Javier. Thank you, man. Thanks for being here. Killer Cheese. Killer Cheese. I don't recognize that. I feel like I would remember that name. If this is your first time here, thank you for being here. The Mr. Christie. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Seriously, it means a lot. And if you're watching this not live, also, again, thank you so much for being here. And something I also realized, too, if you're watching this not live, if you're watching this later on after the fact, you can still turn on the live chat, and it'll replay the live chat the way it was when it was live, which is really cool. And I didn't really know that was a thing. So that's an option. So if you're watching this not live, you can do that. So that's really cool. But this video today, it's going to be a live editing session, which we did do once before, and it was really fun. And so we're going to do that today. I took a shot today, at the very last minute, and we're going to edit it. We're going to edit it from start. Hopefully it turns out okay, because every time I take a photo, it's a risk. Because sometimes I'll take a photo and I'll go in to edit it, and it won't work out. And sometimes it's not good, and then I scrap it. So hopefully this one turns out to be good, and I don't have to scrap it or anything like that, because that would be really bad. It would be really embarrassing too, especially on live television, if you would even constitute this as live television. But that's what we're going to do today, and I'm really excited to do it. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be really fun. The photo was actually with this guy right here, with Wrecker. So I got the new Wrecker Black Series figure. Here he is. And I actually found him in my local Walmart, which is unheard of. You know, usually you go down the toy aisle at Walmart and nothing's there. This is totally empty. Like nothing at all. And so they actually had a few Wreckers. I think I got lucky on that. Charles Johnson, how's it going? Miguel Angel Rojas, thank you for being here. Robbie Keene, thanks for being here. Seriously, just puts a smile on my face that people literally think it is worth their own time to be here and watch this. So thank you guys, seriously. So I took a picture with Wrecker, and it's a picture of him, and he's ripping apart a clanker, a battle droid, and there's some sparks going on. I think that's going to be really cool. So I think you guys also think it's really cool. We're going to edit that. It's going to be a bunch of layering. We're going to add some sparks. We're going to add some lighting afterwards. It's going to be a whole lot of stuff. Reanimation, how's it going here? It says, I need Wrecker. I have Hunter and Crosshair. I had Hunter and Crosshair first, and then I found Wrecker. I still haven't found Tech yet. Hopefully I find him very soon. But yeah, that's what we're going to do. So I quickly, let's see. Let's go here. So this is basically my setup right here. So there he is. I got a couple battle droids here. I didn't use any wires. No wires were needed. So I'm just going to keep putting this on. I wonder if I can put this on loop. That's a possible. Excuse me. I'm going to have to look into that. I didn't have time to put the rest of my behind the scenes stuff on here. But here it is. This was my setup. I was actually underneath my deck when I did it. And what I did was, after I had it all set up, it was really cool. At the end of the day, the light was coming through that lattice kind of thing that's on the other side, that you see on the left-hand side. The light was coming through there, so it was really cool, kind of weird lighting. And so once I had them split apart, I took a sparkler and I put the sparkler on one side. Took a bunch of pictures of one side, sparkler on the battle droid, and a bunch on the other side, and then a bunch of sparks flying down as well. And I did some lighting with my Loom Cube later on. We'll see all of that when I bring in the actual photos that I want to edit with. But this is essentially what the setup was. It was actually relatively simple. I didn't need to use any wires, which is always a good thing, because it's less editing. It's an easier setup. Boom, I can just do it. It's done. And I'm sure everyone who's a toy photographer can relate to that. It's rare when you get him in the pose and he stands up on his own. He didn't fall down at all. Once I got him on there, he was good. So thanks, Wrecker. And he's a very nice figure, by the way. I'm very, very happy with how this Wrecker looks. He's pretty gosh darn awesome. If you have found Wrecker, let me know what you guys think about him, because he's really cool. And his helmet comes off. His face sculpt is really nice too. But yeah, I'm very, very happy with that figure. So right before we get into the actual editing, I just want to go over a couple new members that I have on my last week I kind of revealed that I started using the YouTube membership feature that you can have on a channel. So basically what it is, if you're on one of my videos or on my channel, there's an option to join or to click on the membership, and there's a bunch of cool stuff you get if you join. Like, there's all kinds of cool. So if you see anybody in the live chat, so Toy Stories is here. I know Reanimation's here. Who else? Do I see anybody else join? Javier is here. So if you guys are here, say something quick into the live chat so then you can see. So they have a little badge next to their name. You can get some special emojis that you can use on in the live chat and on commenting as well on videos. And you get like early access to videos. You get a whole separate community chat kind of post that I get, a whole bunch of stuff. It's all in there. All this cool stuff is on there. So that's what this whole membership thing is. And if you're interested to join, just click on one of the, I think it should be right in the video. Right next to the subscribe button, there's a button that says join. So there's Reanimation in the live chat right now. You see he's got a cool little badge and everything. So, and I made the badges. I designed that. Well, I used my logo, which I did design. So and I did design the badges. But I made those along with all the emojis I made too, which is really cool because you actually get to see them in there, which is really awesome. So to all the members, here he is. Javier's used the dork emoji that I made. That's so cool. But yeah, we have four new members that I want to say thank you very much to. So also, if you do join the membership, you get a shout out kind of thing with a toy photo on if you're a new member on the stream, and then at the end of every single stream there will be a slideshow of all of the members' toy photos. So at the end of this live show, make sure to stay at the end so you get to see the live show of a bunch of really cool toy photos taken by the members that I very, very much appreciate. So thank you guys so much. So I do want to thank the first member for today, which is my buddy Lazy Jawa Photography. He's been here almost every single live stream. So, and he's always very, very communicative and active in the chat. So thank you, Lazy Jawa Photography, with his awesome Darth Vader shot in that really cool like Death Star hallway right by the trash compactor. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But really, really great shot by Lazy Jawa Photography. Thank you so much for joining, my friend. Thank you, sir. And we have I always say Javier, who's here. Jay Davila, Javier. Thank you, sir. Here he is. Thank you so much for joining, my friend. We got this awesome shot of his with Darth Maul versus Ahsoka, with an awesome explosion going on in the background, and Darth Maul's he's taking a swing, and she's like doing the Matrix, totally dodging it. Such an awesome shot, such a cool shot. So thank you, Javier J. Davila 54 for joining, and also too, every time I'm shouting out these photographers, check out their Instagrams too. Check out the work that they do. So Javier, thank you so much for joining, my friend. And then we also have Reanimation underscore re underscore animation underscore. Thank you for joining, my friend. Thank you so much. This shot is just so cool. It's crispy as heck. The lighting looks good, and I don't know what you did for the background, whether you made that digitally or you used a background or what, but it came out fantastic with this shot of Venom. So fantastic work, Reanimation. Thank you so much for joining. And so the very last member for today that I'm going to say thank you to is my buddy Siva. He is not a toy photographer. He's right here, though. I see him. And he says, dork, 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 using all the emojis. And since he's not a toy photographer, I just grabbed an old photo of him and I. This is from, like, Siva, I don't know what, 2012? 2013 or so? So I thought he would appreciate this photo that I chose to add this. I did cut off all the other band members that are in there. Sorry, guys. Just me and Siva for this one. So Siva, thanks for joining. Thanks for being a member. I hope you appreciate this photo I chose of us. There actually aren't a lot of just you and I, so this was the best one that I had to. He says, "OMG, that picture's from 10 years ago." Yeah, it's a good picture though. It's a great picture. And I just see here Trey. Thank you so much for joining, my friend, Trey Jack. He just joined the Sirdork fans membership. Thank you for joining, dude. You're gonna have an awesome shout out next time.
Thanks for joining.
Oh, and here's Sweetheart Harley. Woo! Making her. She's making a ruckus here and she's dancing. So, yeah. Siva says shout out to Ryan's biceps though. His bicep is making an appearance in that photo.
Can I just say something on your live stream?
Yes. Are you just going to plug your own things
like
usual?
I'm gonna ask if anyone works at FYE.
That's for later. Thanks. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Thanks. Bye. But anyway, thank you all so much for being a part of this whole membership thing. Seriously, guys, I promise it will be 100,000,000% worth your while. So thank you all for joining, and seriously, that just makes me so excited that anyone is willing to do this at all. But I think we should get into some editing. What do you guys think? Let's start editing this photo. Let me get myself all set up here. So hang on, we're almost there. We are almost there. And we are over to here we go. All right, there we go. I'm gonna move my camera down a little bit. I don't know why it's so much different depending on. Okay, so here we go. We got Photoshop open here, and so I fixed the problem that we were having last time. We're having a problem last time where the certain windows were not opening, but I did fix that. So let's see. See, look, everything opens. Everything opens. You can see everything. I fixed it. But here we go. This is my. So starting with the shot, I have a bunch of photos here that I'm going to use. And so, if you do have any questions, I mean, keep going butt wild in the live chat like always. You guys are fantastic. But if you do have any questions about toy photography and stuff like that, I would say try to keep, because I'm going to be keeping an eye on the live chat. If you have any questions about editing and about what I'm going to be doing, please go right ahead in the live chat with questions about editing and questions about this kind of stuff. I just want to keep it relevant to the stream and stuff like that. So just let me know. I'm going to be keeping an eye on it. So here we go. I have a bunch of photos already here. So this is going to be my main canvas for the main photo. This is it's not looking too amazing. There's some lighting that's going to be changed, but this is my main canvas that I'm going to be editing on, just like that. My main canvas. And so let's see what other shots I have. I have this one, which I did with my LumeCube Panel Pro, which is right here, and I'm going to layer in some extra lighting because I want to have, because he's ripping him up and there's going to be sparks above him, and I want it to look like those sparks are illuminating everything. So that's why I took a photo with the light on top like this. Figuora, thank you for being here, my friend. Thanks for being here, man. And so that was with my LumeCube Panel Pro. And like I always say, if you want any of these fantastic LumeCube products that I use, if you go to their website, or if you go to like the link in every single video description, go to the LumeCube website, use my promo code Sirdork, and you can get 10% off. So I would definitely recommend. And trust me, this Panel Pro right here, I have a funny story. I actually, they are advertised as being water resistant, and I will say they are very water resistant because I took a photo with it and I left it outside, and I forgot it outside like an idiot. I forgot my LumeCube outside, and I left it out there all night, and it rained the entire next day, and I didn't even realize it, and I grabbed it after the rain, and it still works fine. So that's how awesome LumeCube is, and especially the Panel Pro. And so Ryan Razak says, do you ever change the brightness or the hue? Yes, you're absolutely right, and I will be adjusting towards the end. That's usually the end kind of thing. I usually composite, or what's a better word? Usually work on the main, putting together the whole composition, and then I'll work on lighting and darks and lights and stuff like that at the end, usually. So Toy Story says, I struggle with combining photos. It's a process for sure, but we are going to do that all today, and so I hope it helps. I hope me walking through it can help you out. So that's one of the photos I'm going to be combining in to get that lighting. And so this is one with the sparkler. I put it right here by this part of the battle droid, so when he's splitting them up, there's going to be sparks coming out from both sides, which I think is going to be a lot of fun. Figgy says, LOL, I got my LumeCube wet as well, and it still works great. Yeah, they're awesome. And some are waterproof, some are water resistant, so be careful with that. Trey Jack, hey man, thanks again for joining, and I'm seeing your emojis down there. Thanks for using those. So we got that one, and we also have sparks coming on this end here for, he's ripping it apart. As you can see, my sparkler is right here, and you can barely see it, which is really cool. I'm not gonna really have to do much editing with that at all. And so there's some more sparks I have just flying around. I used a bigger sparkler as well, just to get some more sparks flying all around the place to make it look cool. So I have this one, and we also have this one. So we got tons of sparks. I like this little spark down here. I'm excited for that, how that one looks. So hey, Gregu says, just one sparkler. Yes, sometimes I like to use just one, not 1,000 all at once like you do, because I like to get a little bit of precision. There's a little bit of precision that's going on here. Thanks for being here, Greg. But it's kind of funny. So one of the things it's difficult about shooting outside and doing stuff like this is the sun will constantly change. If you're relying on the sun, it's tough because the sun will move. So if you look at this, so the lighting on these two shots are not the same. It should be okay when I bring them together, but it's a pain. It's a pain in the butt because the sun will move or a cloud will go behind. So things sometimes are not consistent. So that's one thing to keep in mind when you're shooting outside. Rakshith says, hey, awesome posing. Thanks, dude. I appreciate that. Sonic Burst, how's it going, man? Sonic Burst, you says I just joined. Thank you for joining, Sonic Burst. You are the man. I don't know how long it takes for it to really kick in and for all your stuff to start working. It should be right away. But thank you for joining, my friend. You are the man. So we have all this, and then what's the one I got in the end here? Okay, so this is just some more sparks. So I have some more sparks here, there. I really like this spark on the bottom here that's reflecting onto the battle droid. I really like that. That's going to be awesome. So what do you say we get started with all this stuff? So I'm going to make this bigger. Control-0 actually will make it full, fit the screen on Photoshop, which is really nice. Gavin Holloway, hello, can someone please tell me if you can see this? Yes, I can see you, Gavin. Thank you for watching. Thanks for being here. So let's get started here. At first, I don't want to do the LumeCube. I like doing that last. I don't know why, but I like doing that last. So I'm going to start out with this first. So let's get all these sparks. So I'm going to go over to the left-hand side here. I'm going to grab my lasso tool. and I'm going to basically just draw a circle over the sparks that I want. And so one thing to also think about too is if you're drawing a circle over the spark you want, I'm also going to draw a circle over the light that the sparkler is affecting. So like the sparkler is emitting a little bit of light on the figure, so you can see a little bit of orange on the line here in this. So that's also important, and that's also going to come over along with the sparks. So I want to make sure I get all that too, because I want it to look like that. I want it to look realistic and whatever, so I want to make sure I get all of that. So I'm going to hit Control C and copy this. And I'm not going to hit just Control V, I'm going to hit Control Shift V, which is paste in place. So it's actually, you can also do it here, paste special, and then do paste in place. And then what that will do is it'll paste it exactly where I want. Well, okay, maybe not exactly where I want. It's not that it doesn't read my mind, but it kind of feels like that. But it actually will, it'll paste it in the exact same spot that it was in the place I took it from. So paste it right in the exact same spot it was. Ryan Razak says, do you use any custom brushes in Photoshop? Actually, no. Everything I have as far as brushes go are all stock. They're all already there, which is really nice. There's everything. Photoshop just has so much good stuff, you know. Cam says, do you ever plan a photo and forget to do some of the necessary shots you would use to combine them in the final pick? Yeah, all the time. All the time, and then I get really angry and then I screw it all up. Yeah, it happens a lot, especially when I want to take a photo at the end with nothing there, so then I can have like a blank canvas if I'm editing out wires or something. That's what I forget most often. I forget it a lot. So let's anytime. So I have a lot of other detail in this too on my explosion tutorial. A lot of the editing is also in that too as well. There's a little more detail in that as well. So, anytime I'm going to be pasting like sparks and that kind of thing, I'm going to change my layer type over here to, to lighten. So what lighten does is lighten will take anything light and it'll be still very solid, but anything dark will automatically be translucent. So I'm starting to be lagging a little bit. I hope I'm okay. All right, looks like we're good. So it'll make anything dark translucent. And actually, no, it doesn't really make a huge difference right now, but that's okay. So let's go and zoom in. And I'm going to get rid of the sparkler. So I'm zooming in right here, looking nice and good up close. So I'm just going to take my eraser. And so right now, if you see, this whole layer is on top. So I'm just going to be erasing from that layer right there. Man, my computer's lagging so much. I'm really sorry, guys, if I'm lagging a lot. So annoying. Okay, so, all right, I'm going to just going to take my eraser tool over here. I'm just going to erase. Get rid of all that. Come on, you slow computer. Do you remember it was a couple streams ago when Sweetheart Harley was saying that I get really angry really easily when I'm trying to, when something doesn't, a computer or technology doesn't cooperate the way I want it to? That's happening right now. I get so angry when stuff doesn't cooperate. All right, some of that spark might have to be deleted a little bit. But that's all right. Just erasing this layer right here. And so there's one thing, and this is something nobody really has to do. But as you can see, there's like this bothers me. There's this empty space where the sparkler was. I don't like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually try to get rid of that. Actually, you know what? That doesn't look too bad. No, that looks good. That looks good as is. I don't think I need to do anything else there. There is a little bit here. Toy Story says, every time I use my eraser tool, I get white with a checkered background. So the only reason that worked for me right now, Toy Stories, is because I was erasing on this top layer over here on the right. If I was erasing on this bottom layer, then I would have gotten that. So let's see if I try that. Oh no, it won't work because it's locked. But as long as you're erasing on a top, so if you were to copy and paste something over like I just did, and you're erasing on that top layer that you made from copying and pasting, then you'd be good. You will be A-okay. You will not have to worry about it getting the checker background because you have something in the background. So the background is the first photo, if you know what I'm saying. All right, so that looks pretty good. That looks alright. That's the first spark right there. Figgy Figura says, plus it's been happening a lot lately since Photoshop updated, Adobe dropping the ball. What are you talking about? Did I miss something? Just started to... Oh, happens a lot with Photoshop being slow. Yeah. Happens a lot. I thought it was just my computer being slow, which I think that's gotta be a partial thing. Okay, so this is the photo I just used for this one, and I'm done with that, so I'm gonna exit out of it right here, and that's good. So I'm gonna go grab this one, and I'm just gonna draw a circle. I'm gonna get all of that, because there's a couple other little sparks there that I want. So there it is. Control Shift V to paste it in place. And okay, so this is a good, so as you can see, part of the photo is covering up that one spark. But if I change the layer type to lighten, it's gonna make everything black and everything dark in the thing I just pasted become translucent. So there it goes. And there it is. If I click on the eyeball, it's all there. Pretty cool. Looking pretty good. Ty Lotiala says that's why you should get Procreate much faster. I am a very big fan of Photoshop, and there's just endless possibilities with it, you know? And I really do love Photoshop a lot. And I think it's worth every penny. Even if sometimes it goes a little slow. Okay, so I just was basically going in, I grabbed the eraser tool, and I got rid of that little bit of sparkler that was already there. And there it is. So it looks like, does it look like he's ripping a battle droid in half? Is that what it looks like is happening? I love to see a third, because when I look at a picture I took, I know exactly what's going on, because it's my photo. I know what I tried to do at least. So I always like to ask a third party to see, like, what does it look like is happening here? And they're like, well, it looks like it's ripping him in half. And I'm like, okay, great, because that's what I want it to look like. I always ask my girlfriend that whenever I finish. So yeah, that dude says, what was that noise? I don't know. Hopefully that wasn't me doing something weird. Dwayne Shoots Toys. Hey man, thanks so much for being here, Dwayne. I've only been watching for a few minutes. I've already learned a couple new tricks. That is so cool. That means a lot. I mean, Dwayne Shoots Toys, you're a huge inspiration for me, man. So you saying that is huge. That's so cool. The more you just use this kind of stuff. Hello.
Thanks for always liking my stuff, Dwayne Shoots Toys.
Oh, she's listening. Well, I'll let you know if he says you're welcome.
I'm pretty sure he's the one that likes my stuff on Instagram or TikTok.
All right, so let's see. We are pretty much good with. Oh, you know what? This spark right here looks like it's being cut off, and I don't like that, so I'm just gonna erase it. So we're going to. So the sparks with the battle droid look pretty good. They look all right. Lazy Jawa, thanks for being here, dude. You missed your shout out in the beginning. But don't worry, at the end you will have your slideshow happening as well later on. So you were the man. Thank you for being here. So over in this photo we got this. That's all done. That is all set right there. So now we have some other sparks. We have all these sparks right here that I want. Wow, look how nice this little spark over here looks. It looks like a shooting star or something. Doesn't that look with that little stream coming down and that looks so good? What a good looking Spark. Thank you, Spark, for doing your thing. Thank you for doing your thing. Okay, so we're going to... I'm just going to grab the whole... No, I'm not going to grab the whole thing. Because some of the lighting's different, and I'm not sure if that'll look weird if I do that. So I'm going to grab my my tool here, my lasso tool, and I'm just going to grab what I want. Just going to grab what I want, which is just about that. That's pretty good. So I'm going to Control C. And I'm going to Control Shift V. And that's going to paste it right in place. It's a little bit off, actually. It's not exactly in place, so we might have to move it around a little bit to make sure it's lined up perfectly. And so, like, I've been using a different camera the last few shots because I'm kind of trying one out at the moment, a new one, and it's different. And so it's taken me a while to get used to it. It's a Sony camera, and my remote shutter does not work with this Sony camera, so I had to touch my camera a lot in the middle of shooting this. So it's bumped it a little bit, so it's not perfectly lined up. That dude says, have you seen Naruto? I'm like ready to answer a question about toy photography. Have you seen Naruto? I know it's off task, but I wanted to know. Yes, I have. Not all of it, but a very good chunk of it. so completely caught off guard. But yes, Naruto is a great show. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change my layer type to lighten. And so now, there we go. It fits. But, so if we look, sure, I'm going to zoom in on Wrecker's face. So it's going to look weird. So, see all that? It's not lined up. It is not lined up. So, I'm going to move it around to line it up. So I'm going to zoom in, and I'm going to use my arrow key. Oops, sorry. Before I use the arrow key to move it, I have to click on the move tool first. And I'm going to move it around with the arrow key here. And see how it's slowly moving in place? Oh, I'm going a little overboard. It's slowly moving and lining up. And so when you take the photo, like if you take all these photos and they're perfectly lined up, like with a shutter, a remote shutter or something, you don't have to worry about this stuff not lining up. But if everything is not perfect, then you have to move it around. It's so slow. I'm having a lot of trouble telling what's up here. Do I have another one over his face? No, I think just the paint is off on him. Okay, that's alright. Oh, I do have another. Is another one off on his face? Oh, this one is too. So look, so this other layer down here, I didn't even realize that was over his face, and so that made his face off too. So I'm going to just erase that because I don't need it. Okay, it's a very, very small difference, but there we go. That helped a lot. Okay, so let's... Is this one? I feel like I did just multiple of them. This one is too. You see that? Yep. Okay, so I gotta fix that also. Jeez Louise. Sloppy. Erasing. Well, hopefully it loads. Okay, that erase didn't even work because... There we go. Okay, much clearer. His face looks much better now. Jeez, that was sloppy. Cool. Alright, so... Now I can move this around. You know what, I'm just gonna... Because I don't need any special lighting on his face at all, so... There we go. Oops, wrong layer. And we are erasing the leftover stuff on his face, and it's going incredibly slow. What else is on? I thought I erased that. Oh boy. There we go. Now it looks okay. Now his face is nice and crispy. Face is the most important part. Siva says, great attention to detail. Thank you, sir. Well, I mean, like, whenever you, like, the face is the most important thing. At least for me. Anytime I go and I look at a photo, the first thing I do is look at the face. If I look, you know what? See, I'm noticing more as I'm zooming in. Look at the battle droid. That is not lined up. Battle droid is not lined up. Okay, so we're going to... Oh, that looks so much better. That's actually very satisfying when I move it around and it fits in there. That looks better. Okay, is this one... How does this one look? Is that lined up? Over here? That is not. Alright, there we go. Sorry about that. That took a while. Sonic Burr says, do you do Godzilla toy photography, and do you like Godzilla? And if you don't like Godzilla... I'm gonna... I don't have any Godzilla figures. I think Godzilla is awesome, but it's just never necessarily been my thing. I would love to sometime. I got to get a bunch of buildings and stuff to do that. So, yeah, my friend, Sonic Burst. Okay, here we go. So those sparks are in, and now I have all these sparks too I would like to add in. But these are going to be a little bit more difficult because the sparkler right here is and the smoke is really strong, and I don't want it to look like sparks are coming from above them. I want it to look like the sparks are coming from the battle droid, so I don't want sparks up here too much. So I am going to do this. I'm going to start drawing this, and then there we go. So that's a pretty good box. It's not going to blend in right away like that. It's not going to at all. Oh, Siva says, hey guys, as much... really appreciate the question. Keep them to relevant. Yeah, so, I mean, throw whatever you guys want in the live chat, but just so you know, I'm going to, if you're, like, asking me something specifically, I mean, go ahead and go everything you want with each other. Like, I want you guys to have your own little mini community in the live chat, and it makes my heart warm inside when I just see you guys talking in there. But if you have any questions for me specifically, I'm going to try and just stick them to editing, so then I can keep this as relevant as possible. But here we go. So I did draw that big box over here, and as you could tell, when I pasted it before, it did not really line up. So I'm going to hit Control-Shift-V, and so yeah, that does not line up. So I'm going to zoom in and do exactly what I did before. So, and anytime I go and try to line it up better, I will always zoom in on something very, very specific. So the battle droid's arm is perfect. Very, very specific and detailed, so then I can line it up on that, and then hopefully it all matches up pretty good. If it doesn't all match up, then I just do a little erasing. Mandible Smasher! The internet gods are merciful tonight. No outages. Yes, so far so good. I asked a very big favor of Sweetheart Harley. I was like, during the stream, can you not use the Wi-Fi at all? Which is asking a lot, because what the heck else are you going to do when there's no Wi-Fi? You can't watch streaming. Here she is right now. She's working on a Harley thing. Here she is.
This is what I'm doing instead of watching TV. I'm making cosplays.
She's doing productive things.
Follow me on @sweetheart.harley on Instagram. We just hit 24,000. Woo!
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. So yes. So thank you, babe, for not using the Wi-Fi. I'm gonna move this layer on top. So first, I have to do what I've been doing before, is I have to change this new layer to lighten. So then, like I said, what lighten does is makes all the dark things in the photo translucent, and everything else is not translucent. So yes, there we go. Let's use the arrow keys with my finger, and we're going to bring it down. Is it frozen? Oh, sorry. I'm trying to bring it down. It should be going up. Okay, very slowly being moved. I'm gonna actually zoom in a little more on the battle droid's hand, so I can see. This is perfect. There it goes. It's moving. It's gonna line up ever so perfectly. Hopefully. Alright, looking better and better. And also, if you look at Wrecker's helmet. Okay, I think it's lined up. I think that's all good. So, okay, that looks good. And all the sparks and everything coming down look pretty good. But there's a problem. There's an issue here. You guys, house tour, certainly, yes, the house tour. I know I said I was going to do it a while ago, but it's going to happen, I promise. The house has got to be clean. I just have so many things that honestly I forgot. I've been thinking about the streams and like all these other videos. I'm like, oh, the house tour. So I'm going to do the house tour soon. I swear, everything actually has been looking really good in the house. And I'm really proud of all the way the collection looks. So I'm going to do a whole YouTube video on that as well. Venom's coming in. Venom, do you want to say hi, buddy? Could you hear him? Just quick little, come here, buddy. Let's see if he'll sit on my lap while we edit. Here's Venom. He might try and jump up on the thing. Okay. Killer Cheese says, what lens did you use to, what lens did I use? I'm forgetting the lens that I'm borrowing. It goes down to f1.8 like my 50mm does. It is a 80mm. Killer Cheese, I'll have to give you a better answer for that later. I'm still getting used to it. But okay, I'm going to go in, I'm going to edit. I'm going to continue to edit this. So, see all this smoke that's coming out here? It's a little bit unnatural. Yay, Venom is laying down. Good boy. So it's a little bit unnatural. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and erase, but I'm going to make my tool really big, my brush, so then it will very gently erase some of the smoke. And hopefully that doesn't look bad. There we go. It's okay, that's looking okay. Actually, I'm going to actually make it smaller for this over here, because that looks alright. And okay, that actually doesn't look too bad. So how does that look? There's a little, you can see a little bit of smoke in the middle there, but I think that kind of looks, it feels natural the way it's coming down in the middle there. I feel like that looks pretty good. It's not a macro lens, unfortunately. Okay, let me just figure out exactly. And I'm sorry. I think it's it's an 85mm Sony lens. It's really nice. I like this camera a lot. I'm doing like a trial run. I'll share more news about this whole Sony thing. I can't really share a whole lot right now. It's very exciting, but I can't really share a whole lot right now. But yeah, I'm testing out different Sony products at the moment, and it's new for me because I usually shoot with a Canon, and there's a lot of big differences between using a Sony and a Canon, just from my experience just now. But so far, there's a whole lot more I can do with this thing. It's just not quite as user-friendly, so it's a sacrifice that I have to make. But I'll just get used to it so far, and I'm liking it a lot. That dude says, did you know that cats are not domesticated? They just choose to live with humans. Interesting. Do you choose to live with me, buddy? The thing is, he does choose to live with me, because if he tried to live outside in the world, he would not make it. I'm sorry, buddy, but you're spoiled. You would not make it. He's just looking up. Sweetheart Harley is over there. I don't know if you can hear her. She says she chooses to live with me. So thanks, babe, for that. But, okay, so that one looks pretty good. I don't know if I really need to add Because, usually when I do photos, I have just massive explosions and just all kinds of stuff going on. And this is not about just a massive explosion. It's not about the biggest explosion. No, it's about, yeah, sparks and stuff are cool, but there's a little bit of precision that I'm trying to accomplish, at least. Javier, the way the spark is illuminating the clanker's head, yeah, down here, I love that. I love when sparks do stuff like that. They illuminate just little things like that. So yeah. Kevin Cornell says, a Sony, you should stick with Canon. Hey, so far I'm really liking the camera. I definitely am really liking it. So, does anybody see any imperfections here that I should try to fix? Oh, I see one. I see one right here. See this line? Oh, John is looking to see if there's any imperfections. See the line right here? Right there? I gotta fix that. So if you can see, there's a line right here along the Battle Droid's thigh. See that? I gotta fix that. So I'm not gonna do a whole lot. I'm just gonna use my eraser and just kind of even it out. There you go. So that made a big difference. That made a really nice difference. Okay, so pretty good. Toy Story says, what other lenses to try for toy photography? Well, the thing is, like a lot of people will think like, oh, I want to get into toy photography. I want to be the best toy photographer. I mean, that's what I think to myself all the time. I want to be the best. But no, I want to be the best toy photographer I can be. I need to get the best lens for toy photography. There's no, that's not a thing. There is no best lens for toy photography. Just like to anyone, any outside photographer, toy photography may seem like a very fine thing where it's like, okay, for toy photography I need this. It's not. Toy photography is so large. There's so many kinds of toy photography within toy photography. This lens is better for this. This lens is better for this. So whatever lens you have, there is a strength that lens has that is really great for some aspect or some kind of style or some type of aesthetic direction you're going for in a toy photo. So whatever lens you have is going to be awesome for whatever you need it to be. So there is no what's the best lens for toy photography. And I don't want anyone to think that, okay, I have to get the best lens for that. So whatever lens you have. So the one that I'm using now is different, and I've had to adjust a little bit to it, but it's different and it's great in its own way. So it's awesome. So I don't want anyone to ever think that you need to get the best lens for toy photography, Don't want anybody to think that. Alright, so let's put the Lume Cube in there. Actually before that, I don't need this photo anymore. Let's go here. So I also have this photo. I don't know if I need... you know what? I think I do want all this in here. So I'm gonna grab some of this. I'm not gonna grab a lot of it. I'm gonna take my lasso tool and I'm gonna draw a box like this. And that'll be good. So one thing I actually really want from this that I really like, see these little lines the smoke is making? I think that's really cool. I like that. I think that looks awesome. So I want some of that. Actually, you know what? There are more lines here. So I want to get some of this too, and I didn't highlight that. So if you hold shift, you can add to what you've already highlighted. Hold shift and draw some more. And there we go. Now I have that. And hang on, there's a little dot there that I missed. There we go. So that's a cool little thing. If you hold shift, you can add to what you've already highlighted, which is very, very nice. Figgy says, Josh Beckman says, had hard to go wrong with the Canon Nifty 50. And you are absolutely right, Josh. That's the one I primarily use as well. I really like that lens a lot. And one of my favorite things about it is it can go nice down to f1.8. That's really, really nice. And I can shoot in darker areas too because of it. So I like it quite a bit. Figgy says, Jared, have you heard of the lenses from Lens Baby? No, I haven't. I'll have to look into that. Always looking for new stuff like that, for sure. Corey says, being a photographer isn't about the gear you have. It's about how you use to tell a story. you need to put that on a plaque, my friend, and every toy photographer needs to put it on their wall because that is such a true statement, and I love that. So you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. Killer Cheese says the smoke is sick. I agree. Oh, Hang Solo. How's it going, dude? I haven't seen you. And maybe you've probably been in here the whole time and I missed it. Sorry, my friend. So, let's take these sparks. I think I copied it. So I'm going to Control C. Copy this. I'm going to go back to my main canvas, which is right here. And I'm going to Control Shift V, paste in place. And yeah, it's going to be off a little bit. You can already tell that's not... Look how... Oh, wow, that's down quite a bit. Sorry for the loud noises out there. But let's change it to lighten. Oh, man, that is off. That is bad. I need to get a remote shutter with this camera. One of the great things about the remote shutter is that you can keep touching, you keep shooting and stuff with your camera, and you don't have to touch it at all, so everything stays in place, so this kind of off stuff doesn't really happen. But it's alright, we can adjust. We can always adjust. That is the beauty of Photoshop. Okay, so we are moving it up. Oh, you see these little dots right here on Wrecker's chin? Those will be really good to use to mark up. It's like a little goatee that he's got on there. It's like the same kind of little hairs I have. It's not a lot, but it's there. Slowly moving it up, slowly lining up. It's so satisfying when it finally gets into place. It's almost there. Alright, I think that's it. That is it. Oh wow, that looks really good. I'm glad. Okay, so this is what I did. We added just that. That looks good. That was a good addition. And you know why? You know what I like about it? And it might not show up later on, but look at the top of his head. See that little light on the top? I love that. That's such a tiny little thing, but it adds so much realism. But okay, so there's a big line. See this right here? I don't know if you can tell, but there's a line between where I drew on here, and that needs to be a little bit, it needs to blend a little bit better. So I'm just going to use my eraser. And there's that. Does anybody else see any other things I need to fix in this area? Because this is the most important area of the photo, really. Oh, here's one right here. I'm going to get rid of that whole spark because it's cut off. That looks pretty good. All right, I'm looking at the live chat. Anything else I need to fix? You know, Greg who says use your phone as the shutter. And you know, I tried that. Greg, I tried that and I did not like it at all. Did not like it at all because usually I'm shooting with a fast shutter speed and I get that, you know, it wasn't syncing well with my phone and the camera. It just wasn't really lining up. I didn't really like it, and I was really looking forward to being able to do that too, and it didn't really work. Corey says higher shutter helps capture motion without blurring, but man, doesn't it hurt having less light come in? Yeah, you are absolutely right, Corey. Because yeah, when you have a fast shutter, it's moving so fast that it doesn't have time to capture in all that light or whatever. But you know, it's good for capturing the motion, which is what I always want because I'm always shooting. I always want action. You know, I'm always trying to do action. But because of it, it does make the photo a lot darker. So over the years, I've figured out ways to shoot in darker areas. So using the lume cubes, of course, are huge, awesome. Having to be able to bring my aperture really low so I can have that helps quite a bit. And we're talking about camera settings and stuff like that. And if this is totally alien to you, you don't know anything about settings, because trust me, I still don't know a lot about settings. I know some, but I do have a camera settings tutorial in my on my channel as well that might be pretty helpful. It kind of shows you just the basic things that I've learned with camera settings and with toy photography specifically. So I would definitely check that out if you have not, you know, if you need a little help with settings and stuff like that. Yeah, so that looks pretty darn good. Did anyone see any imperfections there? I was looking for. Addy says, what editing app? This is Adobe Photoshop. Killer Cheese says, I would try to find SUT Banana settings because I know he uses his phone with his Sony camera. Oh, okay. I'll have to figure that out. And I know he does use a Sony. Interesting. I'll have to ask him. Greg says, use the touchless shutter, download the app on camera. I honestly, I think I'm just going to get a remote. I really like using a remote. It's really like, I like using that. I like it. I just like the way it feels. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I think I'm gonna do. So, and actually, when I'm looking at the screen on the stream as opposed to my actual editing screen, it looks much darker, and it does look a little bit different. So, when you see this photo on Instagram and stuff, when I post it later, it probably will look a little bit different than the way it looks right now. Sonic Burst. Can you do a shot for me? You don't have to if you don't want to, but the idea is this: take the Gokai Silver Ranger, which I do have, and pose him fighting a bunch of stormtroopers. That sounds fun. If I can post it on YouTube, that's a good idea. And you know what, Sonic Burst? I have a million ideas going through my head, and I have so many that I need to get done. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get to it. And sorry, that's just, there's so much going on up here. But what I would recommend, Sonic Burst, is you give that a shot. You're the one with this creative vision. You have this vision, and no one is going to be able to execute your vision better than you. So I think you should give that a shot. And if you don't have the figures, there are a lot of cheap Gokai figures, not necessarily Figuarts ones, because Super Mega Force was, the American version. There's tons of cheap Power Ranger figures. So you know what? I think you should give it a shot, my man. I think you should give that a shot. Okay, so there's one thing that's bothering me a little bit. I wish there was one or two more sparks over in this side, because it just looks like it's just cut off right there. And I know that's just what I'm thinking. So I'm going to go, hang on a sec, I got to go back. Don't look at this. Don't look at this. There we go. I'm going to look into this and find a photo with a couple sparks on the left hand side. This one might work. That actually might be exactly what I need. You know what? This is exactly what I need. So I'm gonna go into Photoshop, bring this in there. Javier says, AODLAN R2 WTR2 camera wireless shutter are for Sony cameras. Okay, awesome. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that, my friend. And I'm haven't necessarily converted to Sony so quick. I I still have my Canon. And like I said, I was trying it out. So who knows if I'm still gonna end up needing this in the long run, in general. So okay, here we go. I grabbed a little bit there, so I'm going to Control-C that, bring it over here, and I'm going to Control-Shift-V. See, now I have all this smoke over here, and I'm going to... Okay, so you know what? I'm not going to grab this one. I have some other ones. I don't want this one. I have a couple other photos where I don't have a whole lot of smoke because the lighting was different. Here we go. See these ones? There's no smoke because the lighting changed. I'm gonna grab from here. Yeah. Oh, here we go. This is good. Those two right there. And these and this. I'm gonna grab both of these. I'm gonna put them in there. That's gonna be perfect. That is going to be perfect. Sonic Burst says too much smoke. Yeah, there was way too much. Javier says, stay Canon. I know, there's a lot going on, but depending on what happens here, it may be in my best interest to switch to Sony. But we'll see what happens here. We'll see what happens. So, actually, you know what? I want more than that. I'm going to grab all of this. all of that right there. Control C, Control Shift V. I'm going to lighten. Boom, and there we go. I got all those sparks. Ah, that made such a big difference. Small but big. Just a couple little sparks there, and it just seemed like it was more of a natural kind of thing. I don't know if I need those. I'm gonna put them in anyway. So let's draw another circle here. Grab that stuff. There it is. Control C. Control Shift V. And we're gonna go lighten. All right, that looks good. Now is that too much? Yeah, that's too much. I don't like it. Sorry, guys. Delete the layer. Because the sparks are coming from the battle droid. It's like that's a lot. I don't want it to look like he's ripping in half and there's just sparks like falling from the sky. I want it to look like the sparks really are coming from the poor battle droid that's being mutilated right in front of our eyes here. Yeah. You guys are a member. There's a Andrew Figueroa. Figgy, welcome to Sirdork fans. Thank you for joining. Wait, am I getting confused here? Well, you know what, Andrew Figueroa, thank you, my friend, for being here and joining the members. You are awesome. Thank you, dude, so much. I can't wait for the next stream to add you guys into the thing. And also, while I'm talking about members, make sure to wait to the very end of the video because there's a whole slideshow of all the members, all their toy photos right there. So it's really important to stay till the end of the episode. It's really cool. It's really, really cool. Andrew Figueroa, thank you, dude. You are amazing. Thank you, guys. Toy Story says, yeah, the shot is great. Thank you, dude. Lazy Jawa says, I think it looks good. Thank you, guys. Seriously, you guys are fantastic. Seriously. So we're done with sparks. So actually, yeah, we're done with sparks. So I still have this one. We still have this one. So let's see how this looks with the lighting on here. So I know it kind of seems like it's weird, like taking basically whenever I'm grabbing sparks, I'm also grabbing light. I'm just grabbing light. So there's no sparks in this, but I'm still doing the same process, just grabbing the lighting the way he's lit. Because if you look at this picture, because all the light that's from my Loom Cube over here is lit here on it's lit. Says, I don't know if you could hear her say that, but Wrecker is fully lit from this Loom Cube. And I just want to grab how much he is lit, and I want to add that over here. And it's the same exact process as adding the sparks. So we're gonna do Control C, same exact, like literally the same exact process. Control Shift V, and let's see how this looks. See if that looks natural. It's pretty slight. It's actually very slight, but it looks good. Because it's more light that's coming out of the battle droid when he's ripping them in half. It was very bright as it was because of the sun that did that, but I'm gonna leave it in. It's actually, I was thinking it was gonna make a much bigger difference, but it didn't, and that's okay. It looks really good. The battle droid looks really good too. He looks a lot more crispy. I'm pointing at the screen with my finger here, and you can't see it. He looks very nice on the battle droid's face, and his neck. That looks really good. I don't know if I really need to do much. Oh, yes, I do. I sure as heck do. So that is not lined up at all. So we are going to line it up. So I make sure I'm touching the move tool, and I'm using the arrows with my fingers here. And you can just click and drag it too, but using the arrows it's a little bit more. It's more precision. You can move it less, more precise. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more again on his face. Make sure that lines up exactly how I want it. I think it's actually pretty lined up. Yep, that's it. That is it. Okay, zoom out. All right. And every time I take a photo, I always have to crop it for Instagram so it fits. But this one's going to be perfect to crop because there's a lot of extra space on the bottom there. And Javier says the lighting helps on Wrecker's legs. It's true. On down here, it does show up a little bit, which I do like. I do like quite a bit. You have to hold down the mouse and use the arrows. I didn't know that. Oh no, you don't. Sorry, you don't have to hold down the mouse and use the arrows. You do not. And if I said that, forget it. You don't have to hold down the mouse, but you can also hold down the mouse and just drag it in general to move it around, or you can let go and use the arrows. You can use one or the other is what I was trying to say. I don't know if you can tell here in the foreground there's a heavy battle droid laying down here. He's incredibly out of focus, so you can barely even tell what's going on there, but that's what's going on. If you can really see him there. Almost didn't really matter that he was there. Okay, so as far as layering goes, we are done. We are done. So I'm going to take one more look up in here to see if there's anything else that needs to be fixed. And I'm going to ask you guys again, do you see any lines or imperfections or anything that's not lined up? Let me know, because I'm going to merge the layers soon, and that's very scary. Very, very scary. Siva says, to reanimation, yo, the photo Jared showed off in the viewers in the beginning was amazing, by the way. It was. It definitely was. The broken droid on the ground back is lit, you missed. This guy right here? Yeah, he's all lit up here, if that's what you mean. Let's see. I gotta head to bed. It says Sonic Burst. Thank you, man. Have a good night. Lazy Jawa says, I'm sure you covered this before, but how did you get the droid apart? Oh, you know what? I didn't. I wanted to talk about that. How did I get the droid apart? It was actually, you can do this with any figure. It was much easier with the battle droid because he's so thin and flimsy. But I grabbed a mug, just a normal mug from my cabinet, and I filled it up with water, and then I put the battle droid in the water, and I stuck the whole thing in the microwave for 2 minutes, and that boiled the water, and then it just, all the heat and the water on the plastic just really loosens it up. It makes it really, like, you pull it out and he's like ramen noodles while he's so hot, and then I just popped him apart. Everything just popped apart so easily. All the joints and everything just popped right out. And so I pulled him I ripped him apart without damaging the figure at all, and then later on I can heat him up and put him right back together. So that's what I did, and I'm glad you asked that, because I forgot. I forgot to do that. So yeah. Siva says, save before merging. And you know what, Siva? And anybody else watching? I don't save any of my Photoshop files. Nope, I don't. I don't save any photos. I have only just final product JPEG images. So yeah, I mean, everyone's probably like, "Oh my god!" What? But yeah, I just I don't save the Photoshop files because I'm like, I don't. Once I finish my artwork is done. My artwork is done. But who knows? Maybe I should save a separate copy before merging. Yeah, I know. I never do it. I know. Addie Kelly says, I'm sick, so hope me better. Addie Kelly, I hope you feel better. I'm sorry that you're sick. Thanks for watching. Let's see here. Lazy Jawa says, I didn't even know that figure had a waist joint. Yeah, there's a piece that goes up in here, and that's where it popped up right there. And there's a couple other ones on the sides, and they just popped right out. It was very nice. So I think we're good. And I'm going to merge the layers, and then once it's all one photo, I'm gonna adjust the lighting, and there's probably not a whole lot I need to do, but yeah. Solutionist 11 says, did you do an unboxing of Breaker? I didn't. I wanted to, but I just didn't really have a time space that would be appropriate to open him up because I have other things going on. So I just ripped him open myself. Excuse me. Excuse me. Lazy Jawa says, dude, I don't either. I just get the final product, get to my phone, and that's it. Yeah, I don't save the Photoshop files. I know. Miguel over here is like, what? With all these emojis. Toys Through Lenses says, thanks for this live tutorial, Jared. I'm taking notes. I drove by a fireworks store on the way to Miami and I bought lots of fireworks. I will definitely be trying your technique. That's awesome. I'm actually running out of some sparklers, so I gotta, the big ones, so I gotta do the same thing. Okay, let's get back to the photo here. So I'm gonna merge the layers. I know, scary, merge visible, but I think now is definitely the time. So there we go. We are good. So the first thing I always do with lighting is go to the curves. I'll go to image, adjustments, and I'll go to curves. And the curves are really cool because you pretty much have total control over what you want to do with the darks, the lights, the mediums. You can make a light lighter, you can make a light darker, you can make a dark darker, you can make dark lighter. And it's all over here on this. And I almost do the same kind of thing with every single photo. I will brighten the brights a little bit, and then I'll darken the darks a little bit. And see, that's way too much. The darks are already really dark. And I did light, so I'm gonna have the lighter lights. No, I'm gonna keep it. So, and then once I make an adjustment, I'm not gonna really do a whole lot. I'll just look at the before and after. And it looks a lot different on my screen, actually, to be honest. It looks quite a bit different. And you know what? That's too light. There we go. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, okay, that's very slight. It's a very, very slight difference, but that looks good there. That looks good there. Miguel Angel Rojas says, do you use Windows or Mac? I have a PC, a very, very cheap Gateway PC that I got on sale on Cyber Monday last year on Walmart.com, I think it was. Yeah. Siva says, what do you do if you're halfway through a photo and the power goes out? I will be okay because I'm on my laptop. I've been using a laptop. But if that does happen, I don't know. You're right. Maybe I should save it, Siva. Actually, that's a good idea. Maybe I should save it. I didn't really think about it that way. Yeah.
Can we get a quick review of my mask from your fans?
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt.
It's all right.
Can we get a quick review of how you think she's looking?
How's she looking, folks? It's gonna take. There's like a 30-second lag in the live chat. So she's doing a Harley Quinn version of the Batman Who Laughs from Dark Knight's Metal. If you couldn't. So I think it looks really cool so far. I think it's looking really good. You use the foam things for the. That looks great.
I'll be able to cover up all the notches with paint.
It looks really good, and I like when you added some in the on the inside too.
Well, that was to hold it. To begin your.
Well, it takes a while. I'll let them know when they come in.
Nobody cares.
All right. So, Siva says creepy. All right, you guys. Back to what we're doing here. Oh, and Miguel says looks great, and Rakshit. What?
Thanks, Miguel.
Yes. All right. Raksha says, try to reduce the light on the face. I am going to go through and I'm going to darken up some details on his face. And it is really bright on the face because of the way the lighting is right on the face with the way the sun was in my setup. So that's actually the next thing I'm going to do. This is where I go through and I use the dodge tool and the burn tool. And I just brighten up little details, and I darken up little details too, just to make some little things pop. So, like, I'm going to use, like, this little orange. Okay, so, basically what the dodge tool does is it'll lighten. It's like a little brush tool where you can lighten stuff up. And so you can change it where you want it to lighten up highlights, midtones, or shadows. So I'm going to highlight stuff and see the really slight little thing on the arm there. I want to lighten up some of the orange that's going on, because I want some more of that orange to look good. So I'm going to do that up here as well. Yeah. That looks good. I like that. So this is basically just the light from the Lume Cube. I like that. That looks good. Little orange right here. I'm going to lighten that up. Just give some more dynamic colors to contrasting orange and black. A little brighter right there. A little brighter right there. Oh, so let's see here. So yeah, Photoshop is a little bit pricey, unfortunately. It's probably like 20 something dollars a month, which is a lot. But to me, it's totally worth it. But it's not something that's totally possible for everyone. So if it's possible for you, I definitely recommend. But if not, there really are a ton of great alternatives. There really are. Even some free ones just on your phone. There's a lot of them. So if you're looking for a great alternative, I would just go ahead and Google like there's so many people that are looking for free alternatives to Photoshop. And there's probably plenty of people who know that there's a demand for that, so they make them. So Lightroom is a good one. Lightroom is specifically, you can really just adjust different colors and lighting and darks and stuff. You can't really do a whole lot of hands-on like things that I'm doing, but I would just Google Photoshop like alternatives, free alternatives, and there's probably so many. And if anybody knows any great alternatives, either put them in the live chat or just comment them in the actual in the actual video, because that will so other people can see, just to help them out and give them some suggestions, and give some suggestions to me as well. So there's a little bit of orange on his face. I'm gonna brighten those oranges actually right there, right here. And again, I can't thank you guys. Oops, no, that's not what I want. There's already other brights happening. Can't thank you guys enough for being here. Seriously, thank you for watching the stream. Thank you for watching. If you guys you find yourself you're enjoying this video, if you want to drop a quick like on the video, just minimize like the live chat and click on the like. That would mean the world to me. It really helps out the way the YouTube algorithms work. It really it helps a lot. So if you could just drop a quick like on the video. I hate asking that, but at the same time, I feel like not so many people realize just how huge, paramount that is. And also, if you're not already subscribed to, because I'm posting, we're doing a live stream every week. I'm trying to put as many tutorials out as possible. I've got the other videos coming out soon with, I have a blood and gore tutorial coming out very soon I'm going to do, which is going to be awesome. And I'm also going to do the collection tour as well, so if you're subscribed, you'll get all that stuff right away. And turn on notifications as well, which I actually don't do with any YouTube people I follow. But, yeah. Thank you guys. Oh, gee, JIC Studios sent in a huge super chat badge. Thank you, dude, so much for sending that in. That's incredibly generous of you. Thank you, man. Seriously, thank you so much for sending that in. Thank you for watching, and thanks for being here in general. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. And look at you guys using all the emojis that I made. There's a special peace sign emoji that I made that's in there. Thank you guys. You guys are fantastic. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Seriously. So I think there was a couple. Where was the other? Oh yeah, I wanted to light up the orange over here. The more orange, the better. And so now I'm going to darken some stuff here. I'm going to do a little bit of darkening. So first I'm going to darken up. So by darkening, I'm going to go to the burn tool right here. It looks like a little hand doing this, which I don't know why, but that's what it looks like. And we're going to go to shadows. I'm going to darken up some shadows. I'm gonna make my brush quite a bit smaller actually, because I'm gonna try and do some very fine details. Hey Venom, hey buddy. Venom's down there chirping. I don't know if you. Sweetheart Harley says, she says subscribe for Venom. I mean that alone, because he does make an appearance. He is great to see. TCW Studio says Affinity Photo. It's great. It's pretty much the same as Photoshop, but just one payment. And there's a whole YouTube channel dedicated to showing how to use it called Affinity Photo. It's also got a full app on tablets. That's really great. That's a great suggestion, TCW Studio. Thank you. Siva says he's only a member for the emojis. The 2 emojis I have, the dork and the peace sign. I gotta make some other emojis. And also, one thing I want to ask for anyone that's a member, it's already a member, give me ideas of some other emojis you want me to make. Like, I want to do some other ones that look like the dork one, but are different words. And just give me some ideas for emojis you want me to make, and I can work on making those. No Harley Quinn emojis. Maybe on the Sweetheart Harley page, but that's... Alright, anyway. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm darkening some of the already dark details. Not a whole lot, but I want those... I like having that contrast. I know it's a small thing, but it's... Actually, you know what's going to work nicely? If I... Here we go. I'm going to go to the... Actually, before I go to the midtones, I'm going to stay here with the shadows. And I'm just darkening up some of the already darks on his face, just to give some of that nice contrast. So, alright, that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to go over to the midtones. And so this is actually a nice opportunity. So you know how he's got all these, the black and the white on his face. He's got the black helmet with white markings on his face. I'm going to darken up some of the black in between, so then the white actually is a little bit more stark. And I know this is very, very, it's not a huge thing I'm doing right now. It's very, very slight. But in the end, I think it'll look really good. And it goes a long way, especially on the face, you know. Darkening up some stuff here, and over here, over here. Gonna make it a little smaller, and I'm gonna darken up some stuff here. That's not looking too bad. Alright, how's that look? Actually, I like that. That looks really good. That looks pretty good. Oh, you know what? There's something else that I would like to lighten here. So this, I didn't notice this orange line here that's along his armor. I'm going to go and I'm going to lighten that up. That orange. I want that orange to be a little stronger. Yeah, that looks good. Some of that orange too. Nice. Alright. And that looks pretty good. I think I'm almost done. With this photo here. Venom the cat emoji. All right, Miguel. Maybe I'll make an emoji with Venom. Okay, I think I might do that. I'm gonna take a picture with him.
Should make one of me.
Make one. Oh, Hang Solo says a Harlequin one.
Yes.
Venom emoji. All right. Let me write this down so I won't forget. I'm gonna make a Venom emoji. I'm gonna make a Toxin one too. Toxin's around. Toxin's actually been in the room the entire time. He's on the ground right there. And Toxin, come here. Oh, I yelled Toxin and Venom's here. I think he heard that. Come here, buddy. Come back. Oh, he doesn't. All right, he doesn't want to. All right, I'm gonna make a Venom emoji. You guys better use it. That's all I'm saying. Reanimation says I've never used the dodge and the burn tool. Gotta try it. Yeah, it goes a long way. It really does. Siva says you should take a picture of you laughing in the goofiest possible way and crop it to make an emoji. Oh my gosh, you guys are giving me way too many ideas. Okay, maybe I will. And Toy Story says, "Damn nice, a $50 super chat." I know that was incredibly generous, incredibly generous. Thank you guys. Hey, Will Wagons Pack. I like your if that's your last name. What a cool last name, Wagons Pack. Says, "I like your work. Thank you for being here, Will Wagons Pack. I appreciate that." And so, actually, at the end of editing the video, I am going to reveal when the next reaction, toy photography reaction video is. And there is a theme, and what the theme is, when it's going to be, and what the hashtag, everything. I'm going to reveal all of that. So make sure you stick around the whole time, because it's going to be, you guys are getting the first, getting the news first here. All right, so I think I kind of want to adjust a little bit of color. So I'm going to go to, okay, so there's a really nice thing with, if you go to image adjustments and go to selective color. I really like the selective color because what it does is you can choose a color. So right now it's on red, and you can adjust only the reds. You can choose a blue and adjust only the blues. It's really cool. And so what I kind of want to do is I want to take some of the like browns and I want to make them a little more orange. I'm really liking this black and orange kind of look that we're getting here, and I want to see what I can do with that. So I'm going to go to yellows, and I'm going to turn the magenta up. I don't like that. Nope. I'll just sit here over and I'll just do one little thing. I'll be like, I don't like that. I don't like that. I'll just keep changing stuff. The yellows. No, I don't think I like that either. If I maybe I'm I shouldn't be adjusting the yellows here. Maybe the reds. No. Maybe just a tiny little bit. I do like that. Okay, that looks good. A very, very small amount. Whoa, JIC Studios, you are amazing, dude. Thank you. You don't have to do that. I'm telling you right now, you do not have to. Thank you, dude. Another huge super sticker, I think it's called. Thank you, dude, for sending that. You are way too gosh darn kind. Thank you for sending that, my friend. Dang. And Solutionist just said something funny. Will Wagons Pack, your name sounds like a Harry Potter character. Does a little bit. A little bit. So the reds, okay, the reds look good. Very, very slight different. I don't think I really need to actually make more. I think that actually looks pretty good. Let's see if we go to the, so if we go to color balance, this will just adjust the color of the whole thing. And I think I just want to give a little bit of a red tone. Yeah, just a little bit. I like that. That's really, see, there's a very slight difference there. And let's see if I do, no. Yes, okay, so that little bit of red looks really great. Cool, all right. I think I'm done. You guys. Toy Story says, one out of the different communities I'm on, the toy photography community has been the best. I could not agree more. I could not agree more with you, my friend. But as far as the photo goes, I think that's it. I think that is it. So let's go, and I'm going to add my watermark. So my watermark is a very, very simple thing. So I choose my special font. This one here, which I'm sure you've seen, this Sirdork one, which is the same one as all these emojis. Hang Solo just joined the members. Hello, Hang Solo. Hang Solo, my friend. Thanks for joining. You are so awesome. Thanks for joining the Dork Squad working title, says Siva. Dude, thank you for joining. You are freaking awesome. It will be worth your while, I swear. And you will have a special shout out with the photos and everything on the next video, on the next live stream. Thank you, dude. Okay, so let's see. Let's do my Sirdork. Boom. That's a little bit big. Let's change this to a 50. Oh, not 500. There we go. 50. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. And we're going to move that over a little bit. And I'm going to bring down the opacity. So anytime you have a layer, basically with the Sirdork, it's a little bit loud. I know it's Sirdork photo, but I don't want it to look this insane and this and your face. So I'm just going to lower the opacity about halfway. There you go. You can still see it. That looks pretty good. Hang Solo is using all those emojis. You guys are awesome. The dork emojis. Corey says, how did you design your watermark? That could be a tutorial or video to those who want to make their own. That's a really great question. Actually, Corey, I didn't really if you look at a lot of my old photos, I did actually design that. I made like a little camera lens that says Sirdork. But this is just a font. It's just like a royalty-free font that I found, and that's it. I didn't. I did in Photoshop. Like if you look down here on the bottom of the screen, right below, it says Sirdork. I did add some colors and some gradients to it to make it look like that, but that's all it is. It's just a font. I found a font that I thought was really cool and unique, and that's it. That's all I did. It's not much more complicated than that. Hang Solo, I'm really glad you're enjoying the emojis. You guys are awesome. How do you make this shot fit on Instagram? What type of shot to crop it? Tanner, my friend, thank you for being here. First of all, Tanner, that is a great question. That's a really great question. So actually, first I'm going to save this version, and then I always do two. I save the original long version, and then I save a cropped version. Because of Instagram. So let me just save this really quick. Save as. We're going to go to. I have a whole toy pics. Oh, actually, hang on. Photoshop changed it to where you can't save as and save as JPEG. You have to save as a copy to save it as a JPEG. So we're just going to save this really quick. Right here. These are all old toy photos. Save. And there we go. We're good. JIC Studios, you thank you again for sending in the super sticker. You are awesome. Maybe I wonder if I can make my own super stickers. So then you don't have to use the basic YouTube ones. Interesting. But dude, thank you for being like the ultimate supporter. You are so awesome. Actually, Toy Stories, and Tanner, I'm gonna crop it to these. I'll tell you the exact perfect size for cropping for Instagram. But Toy Story says, do you use a different shutter speed for the original picture? Might have missed some stuff. I'm at work. LOL. Well, Toy Stories, thanks for watching while you're at work, dude. But no, my settings will almost always be exactly the same for every single shot. And so I do that to stay consistent, because when I'm layering them together, the more consistent each photo looks, the better they'll blend. And also, it just like everything's lined up for the shot. The only time I ever will change it is if like the sun changes on me, or if there's just something happens where I have to change it. So let's see here. Tanner, this is how. So if you use the crop tool, which is right here, crop, and so if you use a ratio, there is one of these ratios that's just exactly perfect for Instagram, and that's the 4:5. So this ratio is the largest 4:5/8:10 over here in the corner. This will fit an Instagram perfectly. It's the largest that Instagram will support. Any larger than Instagram will cut it off. So it's perfect. So you just use the crop tool, choose 4:5, and it'll crop it, and then double click, and then there it goes, crops it, which is very nice. So 4:5, remember that. And so I don't actually have to redo my watermark because my watermark logo is right, or layer is still right there. So if I take my arrow tool and just hold down, the move tool, and hold down the arrow, watch on the bottom corner. There it is. It's still there. There it is. So I will file and I will save as. Nope, I'm not going to save as because I do this every time. Save as a copy. And I'm going to save it in my toy pics folder. And yes, wait, CRP, that's just the way I do it. So yeah, here's some other, whatever. Save, and there we go. And we are all done. The photo is all done. So I hope that was helpful for you guys. Don't go yet. Don't leave yet. We're still going to stick around a little bit longer. Talk about the next reaction video that's coming out and how you can be on the video. Your photo can be on it. So yeah. TCW Studios. Oh, what did I miss? TCW Studios has just started working with Jazzwares, which is a company that makes they make a lot of good stuff. They make the Halo, and they make the current Pokemon figures. I like Jazzwares. A company that makes the wrestling figures used for my photos, getting paid too, which is crazy. That is awesome. TCW Studios, that is literally your professional toy photographer. You are officially a professional toy photographer, and you know what? TCW Studios, you should be. That is literally the dream right there. You got paid to do what you love. You're a professional toy photographer, and you got it just by doing what you love, and that's so amazing. I'm so incredibly happy and proud of you, dude. That's so freaking awesome. Okay, so this is all done. I'm going to switch my screen. Here we go. I'm all big now. Let me fix this. So, the next, hang on one sec. Not last week, but the week before we had, I did a toy photographer reacts to toy photography video. I've been meaning to do something like this for a long time, and even before I wanted to do live streams, and it just worked out so perfectly with live streams. A lot of people suggested it, like you should do a critique live video thing. So it worked out perfectly, and it was by far the most, I guess the best word, the most successful stream that I've done so far. We had such an amazing reaction from it. There's so much engagement. A lot of people were there watching the whole time, which was just so cool. I was just like blown away. We had like over 150 people live on the stream at one point. And it was the first time, so I didn't really know exactly what I was getting myself into. We had so many submissions that was on the live stream for 4.5 hours, which was really fun. It was not what I was expecting, and I'm grateful for every second of it, but dang, I was exhausted. So I want to do it again. I'm going to have it be a regular thing every month. So towards the end of every month, I'll do it. And probably on Fridays, because last time it worked great on Fridays. So so we're gonna do that again. So the next Toy Photographer Reacts live stream is going to be on September 17th, which is right there, September 17th, 2021. It's a Friday coming up, so you better be ready for that, because you can get on it. You can be on this stream. It's gonna be awesome. So what we did last time is basically if you post a photo on Instagram using a very specific hashtag, it'll be on the stream, and I'll have it up on here. And if you missed the last one, it's still on the channel now. You can watch it, and you'll see kind of how the format is and how it works. And then we'll talk about it. And so I had a couple ideas. I think Steve, you said it. A couple other people. It's like it's kind of like a specific theme challenge. It's like a specific kind of challenge or theme to go for. So last time it was just any toy photo, which was awesome. But this time we're going to have a very specific theme in mind, and the theme is fruit. Fruit is the theme. That is it. So if you remember last So here, let's just do this. There we go. So last, Sirdork fruit. That's the hashtag. Sirdork fruit. Hashtag Sirdork fruit. So actually, this wasn't my idea. This was actually Toy Stories. I'm not sure if you're still here, my man. Toy Stories came to me and he said, you know what? You should do a theme for the next reaction video. I was like, I'm totally going to do a theme. I have one in mind. But he said you should do a fruit themed stuff. So look, yeah, and if you don't follow me on Instagram and you're like, what the hell, fruit? Why? Because there's so much you can do with just like adding these real life-size things like fruit into your toy photos. So on Instagram, I posted one where Deadpool was slicing a watermelon. It was really silly. So actually, here, let me pull it up really quick. That'll be so then there's a little bit of reference here. I'm gonna pull it up, and just so you have a little bit of context. So taking some fruit themed photos for the live reaction video coming up very soon. So, and here it is right here. Okay, so this is the one. I posted this photo. This was a ton of fun. This was such a fun photo shoot. So if you haven't seen it on Instagram, the whole behind the scenes is on there as well. So this is basically what this theme started from. So I posted this photo, and Toy Stories was like, you should do a fruit theme for the reaction videos, just like the one you just posted. I was like, oh my god, that's a great idea. That's way better than the idea I had before. So the theme is fruit. Take a toy photo involving a fruit. You could do an orange. You could do grapes. You could do a tomato. That's a fruit. I mean, you could use it. If you don't have any fruit and you only have vegetables, you can do that. Or you could even, if you have a fake fruit prop, that would work. That works too. But in order for your photo to be featured on the live stream, you have to have fruit in your photo in some way, shape, or form. So, in mine, I had Deadpool slicing up a watermelon. Yours doesn't have to have somebody slicing it. It can be the Hulk punching a fruit. Or it can be something comical with a grape, like Baby Yoda's eating grapes or something. Instead, there's unlimited amounts of stuff you can do. Philip says, I'm with it, love the theme, awesome. Philip says, also, I remember that Deadpool shot. Rakshith says, when does it start? So, you can, if you go out tonight and take a photo with a fruit and post it on Instagram using the Sirdork fruit hashtag, it'll be saved in there. So you have until now, right this very second, and September 17th to go and take a picture with fruit in it and use the Sirdork fruit hashtag on Instagram. And as long as you do that, it'll be featured on the show. That's it. Just take a picture of a toy and a fruit, post it with Sirdork fruit, and it'll be on the show. The only other rules is you can only have one. We can only allow you to have one photo in there. And if you end up doing two, I'm going to have to just do one of them. I'll have to just pick the first one or something. Unfortunately, I can't have, because if I said as many as you want, someone could feel so inspired, take 1,000 photos, and it's just too much for the stream. But at the same time, you can post as many, you can go, if you get so inspired and you want to take 1 million fruit photos, go for it. You know what? Just do it. That'll be awesome. But just use one with the Sirdork fruit hashtag. Just one in the hashtag. So just one makes it onto the show, which will be so much fun. And it doesn't have to be a new photo, but it has to be a newly posted photo. So you can't just so if you go onto your Instagram and you go 6 months ago and you add the Sirdork fruit hashtag to an old photo, I won't be able to do it just because I just need to make sure all the selection of photos as possible are carefully selected, so it's the perfect amount for the stream, all new photos, and it's totally fair for everybody. So just make sure it's a newly posted photo. If you have an old one, just go back and repost it. That's totally fine. That's totally fine, but it helps keep everything organized that way too. So that's it. Those are the only two rules. Just one photo per person, and then just don't do an old one. Just a newly posted photo. And as long as you do those and you put it in the hashtag, it'll be on the show. It'll be on the show. It'll be on the reaction video, and it'll be awesome. And you know, if it ends up being 4 hours long, oh well. Oh well, it'll be awesome. It'll be an awesome 4 hours. So I'll post it on Instagram also. I'll post it on Facebook and everything, just to make sure as many people as aware of this as possible. And you know, if you want to spread the word, do it. That would be awesome. Spread the word. Spread it to other toy photographers, so then they also do it. And so it gets them featured on the show as well. And that helps me more too, because that gets potentially more people onto the YouTube channel. So that helps. That helps. So yeah, I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited to see what everybody comes up, because it's such a random thing. First of all, fruit and toys. It's so random, and it's also so unique at the same time. So all these fruit-related photos, hopefully, will just start popping up on people's feeds, and it'll be a whole cool thing. Everyone coming together, kind of like one massive collaboration, really. And then we'll be able to have one ultimate collab presentation on this live stream on the YouTube channel, and that will be freaking awesome, and I cannot wait. Oh, Toy Story says horror themed for Halloween would be dope. Actually, that's a pretty good idea. Maybe I will do something for October, something Halloween or horror. That's a good idea. I like that a lot. That's it's a really good idea. Oh, Hang Solo says Jared's opening Pandora's box. Am I? Maybe I am. A lot of people are saying horror for Halloween. Okay. All right, that's we'll definitely do that for October. Maybe something a little more specific than Halloween. Maybe like Halloween candy or something. Just because I like super specific things. Because everyone's going to be doing Halloween during Halloween anyway. Siva says the fruit theme is so sick because not too many people involve fruit, at least as far as I know. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I was so excited for it, because it's just so random. Everyone is everyone's talking about October, Halloween theme. We gotta skip. Don't skip September. We're going to
candy corn.
Candy corn would be a good idea.
Candy corn theme, because I like candy corn.
All right, we'll see. Only if, are you gonna participate? Are you gonna take a toy photo? Chaos Cuties.
I might take a photo with this gal here.
Actually, she's not. I'm gonna take the photo. Let's just say that. Okay. I don't want them to scare away people. I want them to stay.
Sorry.
But yeah, don't get caught up on October right now, because it's September. The fruit theme first. Talk about October next. Jeez, you guys. Yes. Jared's trying not to laugh. Yes, Lazy Jawa says he's gonna have fun with this one. I think horror would be strict in a way, the goofier side, making people strictly scary. Says Corey, yeah, you know, I'll probably, maybe not something Halloween themed, maybe not necessarily horror, just because, first of all, I don't even own any horror figures, so that might be a little weird. But yeah, maybe like Halloween candy. I think I kind of like Halloween candy, or candy corn. Well, candy corn's a little too specific.
That's fine.
No,
Everyone loves candy corn.
we're gonna do maybe Halloween candy, but no, we're not skipping to October. We're just talking about the fruit one. Fruit for September. Yeah, that's it. That's what the next reaction video is going to be on September 17th, 2021. Go out, take a toy photo with some fruit. Somehow, some way, shape, or form, be creative, be original. You know, because you're if you decide to do it, most likely there'll be a lot of other fruit photos in this live stream, and if you can come up with something so weird and so unique, then your photo will stick out amongst the rest. Yeah, use a really weird fruit, like Jonna just said, papaya, which is a weird fruit. But yeah, you could get a kiwi, or you could do multiple fruit. You could do strawberry kiwi. You can make a smoothie. Have somebody slicing up all these fruit to make a smoothie. Yes, that's a cool. Okay, yeah, be original and unique. Do something funny. Do something cool. But do whatever you want to do. Do what you think is the coolest. But you got plenty of time to do it, so take your time to think of something really fun. So
be original and cool, but also always be yourself.
Yes, that was my favorite thing you came in and said today.
I'm sorry, I've been annoying. you disabled me from using cable, so this is what you get.
That's true, I did. That's fair. Siva says, off topic, you could do a video taking 2 photos of the same subject. One is all in your nicest stuff, Photoshop. Second is with your budget stuff, phone, camera, free stuff. That's a good idea. Actually, my phone is really old. I still have an iPhone 6 or 7 or something. So it's pretty old, and as far as cameras go, it's not as good as the way it is now. So that would be even a huger difference. That might be pretty fun. I like that idea. I like that idea a lot. So everybody's going off about different guys. Okay, you know what? Just let your creativity go, you guys. But if you guys are taking Halloween photos and Krampus photos, which I like a lot, right now it's not going on the fruit stream. I'm telling you right now, it's not.
Candy corn's fruit.
So yeah, I can't. I'm glad you guys are excited. I'm glad you're excited. So we're gonna do a different theme every single month, and I'll reveal it for at least a couple. So we got over 2 weeks. Yeah, we got a little bit over 2 weeks to go and take a photo. 2 weeks. Yeah, it's gonna be great. All right, so you know what? We've been going for less than 2 hours. I'm just gonna stick around, and I'm going to just gonna kind of talk. Okay, so you know what? Before I go in to start doing Q&A and stuff, you know how I often, if I have a certain type of stream going on where I'm opening stuff, I would do like toy news. Okay, so there's some toy news that happened that I really want to share because, oh man, it's awesome. So let's go to Instagram. There's some of the cool. I cannot wait for this to come out. So a new figure pack, a new figure pack was revealed by one of my favorite brands, and I'm going to share it. And I want to show how awesome this is, and I'm sure everyone else is already aware of this. But all right, here we go. You ready? So, I gotta change my posture every time I change the angle here. All right, so yeah, lots of great stuff going on the Tamashi Instagram. But this right here, so the movie realization figures, oh my gosh, they're great. I have a few of them. I've taken a lot of photos with them. I'm sure you guys have seen it. But this is just the best they've ever done. So we got the full Beskar Mando with Baby Yoda in his egg, but it's a stroller. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. It is amazing. Mr. Christie says, great stream. Getting a lot of inspiration. That's amazing. That's amazing. Oh, Siva, have a good one. Thanks for being here, man.
Bye, Siva.
Jana says bye. I'll see you around, dude. Thanks again. But, so look at this thing. Look at this thing. He looks so good. Look at him pushing the stroller. He looks fantastic. I mean, Baby Yoda looks amazing, but this Mando looks so good. He looks so good. He's got a jetpack too. I actually kind of wish the jetpack was actually a little bit bigger, but that's a small thing. And oh, I didn't even realize it has to be the Darksaber, this sword. They don't really show that ignited at all. But look at him. Look at Baby Yoda in his little robe and his little ponytail thing. Corey W says Samurai Darksaber. Yeah. Oh my gosh, so great. I love this. So I can't wait for this. That's funny. They didn't reveal the saber, the Darksaber. That's got to be what it is. But oh my gosh. JIC Studios. Buy it right now. Gonna go work on animation. Thank you, JIC Studios. You are an amazing too kind person. I'm telling you right now, you do not have to do this, my friend. But thank you. You're so generous. But actually, he is not available for pre-order yet. He's not. You cannot order him yet. So pretty soon he will be, and I'm going to pre-order him. It's going to be a pretty decent chunk of money. He's probably going to be around. He's probably going to be. Probably going to be over 100 because he's got Baby Yoda with him. Usually these guys are around $80, but plus Baby Yoda in the stroller, it's going to be probably like 100. Does Harley Quinn use a wash on her mask? Says Han Solo. Why are you feeding into her?
What kind of wash?
He's asking you. I'm assuming yes, she probably will be using some kind of clear coat.
Yeah, I'm going to be using a matte coat on this bad boy. I'm currently weathering. If you want progress, follow me on Instagram at sweetheart.harley. Thank you.
There you go. There you go, Han Solo.
Your one-stop shop for all Harley Quinn props made by me.
That's true, she does. Okay, but anyway, this Mando is just absolutely incredible. I'm just so excited for it. And sorry I haven't really been able to do the toy news. Hopefully no one's missing that too much, but usually the streams have such very specific topics to go over that I just haven't added them in. But anyway, yeah, I'm so excited for him. I'm so excited. But okay, let's just talk. Give me some. Ask me anything, you guys, in the live chat if I've missed. If you had any questions before while I was editing that I missed, put them in right now. I'm gonna just start going crazy here. So let's see. Corey says, speaking of new or old stuff, they have TMNT retro reissues at Walmart now. That's really good because I know those. I'm not a big Ninja Turtle collector, but I know some of those NECA ones people went crazy for and loved them, bought them up. So that's good. That's good to hear. So if you missed some of those turtles, go for it. They're at Walmart. Let's see. Hang Solo says, "Can you post to Twitter?" Sorry, I'm not as active on my Twitter as I need to be. I do have. I posted my last toy photo on Twitter. I think. Yeah, I posted the Deadpool one on Twitter. Yeah, I will post this one on Twitter also. The Wrecker one we just edited. I will post that on Twitter also. Reanimation talking about the movie realizations. I don't have any of these, but I want this one. Yeah, that looks so good. Tanner, hey man, says you're gonna pick up the Figuarts Super Saiyan 4 Goku from Dragon Ball GT. You know what? When I went to go pre-order him, he was sold out everywhere. When I went to go pre-order him, because I really did want him, and I was late. I thought I had more time, but he was sold out everywhere. I tried to pre-order him, so hopefully I will be able to get a hold of him somehow. And if not, I guess I'll be all right. But yeah, hopefully maybe one of my local places will do it. Toxin, come here, buddy. You guys want to say hi to Toxin? Come here, buddy. Come on. He's actually been here the whole time, but he's been sleeping in the corner. Oh, here he is, buddy. Here you are. Say hi. I've rubbed your belly. Maybe he'll stay up here. So, how do I start editing and toy photography on a budget? Says Kelvin Jonathan. So there, a lot of other people were throwing into the live chat earlier a bunch of different great editing things that are free. Like Adobe Lightroom is totally free. That's one thing. A lot of people just go. There's a lot of actually pretty great just free apps. A lot of people will use. Sorry if you guys did this already and I totally missed it. For Kelvin, throw some free editing stuff in the live chat to help him out, just so he can do some editing on a budget. Oh, Hang Solo says, "Hey Jared, I found some Watchmen 1/12 figures on eBay." Yeah, that was actually one of the things you talked about on my stream last week were Watchmen figures. There are a few Watchmen, actually quite a few different Watchmen ones. I have quite a few of them, but I really want some I want Mafex. The Mafex is my brand that I want to make the Watchmen figures. I want some real super high quality Mayfix Watchman. That's what I'm going for. Let's see here. Toy Story says, so what is the setting on the camera f1.8 and all that mean? So f1.8, so it's like your f-stop is like your aperture. So when the lower it is, the it's kind of like it adjusts your focus basically, and it's there's a better explanation than that for why it happens, but your focus is much more fine and it's only on one specific thing and everything else is out of focus. And it helps with low lighting and it helps make things look very crispy. And Toy Stories, if you go to my camera settings tutorial, I explain it as best as I possibly can. I have some actual good visual illustrations of that as well, so I would definitely check that out, and I'll talk about f1.8 and aperture and stuff like that. It's in my toy photography tutorials playlist. It's either in that or in the basics. I think it's in the toy photography tutorials playlist. I would definitely recommend watching that. Toxin laid down and he's purring now. Let's see here. TCW says, I'm going to go for a walk, but was cool hanging with you guys. Def joining the next stream. Taking a pic for it, yes. And the next stream is not going to be the September 17th is when the reaction video is. The next stream, I'm not sure what I'm going to do next week yet. Something awesome. Lazy Jawa says, I love your cats' names. Yeah, they're good boys. TCWs, yeah, Affinity Photo. That was one of the good editing on a budget for that. Okay, so an emoji for Venom, an emoji for Toxin. All right, I will do it. I'm telling you right now, I will do it. I will take some great photos of them and make them into emojis. Can you do another episode for mobile toy photography? I think I will. I'm gonna have to do another one because that video has been very successful. Like since I've posted it, it still gets like over 100 views every single day. It's crazy how many people still watch. It must show up on a lot of people's like suggested all the time, which is really like it's awesome. So clearly there's a lot of interest in it. So I'm gonna have to do another video on phones or something else, something similar. Maybe like what Siva did, where it's like phone versus camera or something. I think that'll be pretty fun. Let's see. Is Photoshop Express still free? Says Reanimation. Photoshop Express. I actually don't know. I have no idea. I'll have to look into that. Brody Ravel. Hey Brody. Is Deathstroke your favorite DC character? He's not. He's not my favorite DC character. I do love Deathstroke a lot. He's probably. I mean, he's my favorite villain, even though he's kind of become much more than a villain more in the more recent iterations of him. He's much more of a deep character, anti-hero, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. But Superman's my favorite DC character. My favorite character ever is Superman. He is everything I want to be. He's like the greatest guy ever. And so Superman is my favorite. I love Superman. Greatest guy ever. TCW Studio says Affinity is $50 on a desktop, laptop, but it's one payment. That's pretty cool. You get it, and you got it for good. Hang Solo says, can I post to Twitter for the contest? Hang Solo, I wish I could say yes for that, but I have to stay pretty strict with Instagram. Even if you just make an Instagram just for this and post it, just because, and I will make sure I mention like Hang Solo for you that you're mostly on Twitter, but I'll be using Instagram to go through each one of the photos, so it really helps with me keeping everything organized and to make the show as best as I think it can be by using Instagram for that. So I have to stay strict with Instagram, unfortunately. So even Hang Solo, even if you don't use Instagram a lot or you don't have one, just post on Instagram. I will make sure I put it on the show, and I will definitely mention just for you post most often on Twitter, and I will not forget, and make sure you're here in the live chat too to remind me of that. So sorry, Hang Solo, but yeah, it's got to be on Instagram. Toy Story says, what are your thoughts on the McFarlane DC line and their articulation? I feel like it could be way better. You know what? I've seen a lot of people not being very happy with what McFarlane has done so far with DC, and I really like them. I think they're doing a great job. I don't think they're quite on the level of Hasbro and their 6-inch lines. I don't think they're quite on the level of like Marvel Legends. Definitely not. But I think they're really good, and I like that they've been putting out a bunch of more. Tuxin, you're getting cat hair all over. You guys can't see it, but it's just floating and all in front of my face. But yeah, they've been coming out with a lot of different, more obscure kind of characters that I'm just happy to see in figure form. Like they're coming out with a Superboy Prime soon, which I'm pumped for that. We had a Batman Beyond, just like, I mean, a lot of more recent, like, a lot of Batman stuff, which, because I know Todd McFarlane loves Batman. But I think they're doing a great job. I'm happy, especially compared to what we were getting before from Mattel. I thought the Mattel DC figures were just crap. And DC Direct I didn't think were that great either. So I'm very happy with McFarlane. I think they're doing a great job. McFarlane. Thanks for doing it. And you know what? I bet you they're gonna keep improving. I think they have made a lot of huge improvements with McFarlane figures in the last few years from what I've seen. So I think it's just gonna keep getting better. Corey says it would be cool to do a stream where you just type in #toyphotography on Instagram and just see what you can find. Maybe help us discover some other photographers. That's a pretty cool idea. I like that. I like that a lot, Corey W. Maybe that's something we can do like on the end of a video or something like that. Just like on one of the Q&A or whatever. That's something we just randomly do with. I like that a lot. That's a really good idea, Corey W. I think we're gonna get all kinds of stuff, all kinds of different stuff. That's a really cool idea. I like that a lot. Javier says I need a Black Series 106 on the wall. Black Series 106. Oh, over there. I was like, which 106? It's the Sith Jet Trooper is the 106. I need that Black Series 106. You know what? That's funny. I was at my local store today, and they had 2 of them in stock, which was pretty cool. TCW Studios. I'm gonna go now. Have a great night or day, guys. Catch you later. TCW Studios. Thank you. Reanimation says McFarlane, not the best, but great for the price. Yeah, 20-ish. Yeah, it's. I think it's great for the price too. Like I said, they're not on the level of Hasbro. Hasbro has really spoiled us. They do a really great job with the figures they make for $20. I think we're spoiled. But yeah, I'm liking McFarlane. I'm liking it quite a bit. Would you so Hang Solo? Would you ever consider doing toy photography class in the South? Says Hang Solo. I would love to do it anywhere in the world. I mean, the fact that we're doing one at all is just so cool, and I would love to do one in the South. Ultimately, it's not my decision. So like the whole toy photography workshop. So we're talking about the toy photography immersion workshops that I do with a company called Learning Journeys, where we meet up for an entire weekend, stay in a hotel, and we just do toy photography basically the whole weekend together. It's awesome. And if you're interested, haven't heard any of this, go onto my Toy Photography Adventures playlist, and I have a reveal video about the program, and I also have a mini documentary about the last one we had in May of 2021. It was awesome, and we have another one coming up in October, which there are still, I think, 2 spots left. There's still 2 spots left. We almost have a full booking. If anybody's still interested, it's possible, but doing one in the South would be awesome. But like I said, ultimately, it's not my decision. It's up to Learning Journeys, the company that makes it possible. So they obviously will respect my opinion and toy photography and stuff like that. That's why we have some other ones coming up. But this program is I think it's gonna exist forever. I think it's just gonna keep happening, and so hopefully maybe one day we'll do it in the South. I think that would be awesome. Tanner says, I would love to see a new toy line for Smallville from McFarlane. As much as I love Smallville, actually I love like Smallville a lot. I really love Smallville. I don't think I would really want any figures from Smallville because like that was back when like TV and movies were afraid to go all out superhero. Like, they would have a superhero, but it would be like, you know, Superman was never really in costume, and the Flash and Aquaman and Green Arrow, they were never like, it was all like a half kind of like street clothes version of a costume. It was never like full on, because the whole comic book culture wasn't where it is now, where it's awesome and everybody loves superheroes. It wasn't quite as mainstream yet, and so they didn't want to go too far to that. So then that makes me think like I wouldn't really want any of those figures because it'd just be like Clark in that red jacket that he always wears. No, he wore that red coat all the time. But that is a cool idea, and you never know. You never know. Let's see. Brody says, would you like to have your own custom Sirdork Mandalorian figure? Heck yeah, I would. Who would say no to that? Yeah, I definitely would. I don't know how the heck that would ever happen, but in the Sirdork mascot is this guy. Right there. My patrol trooper doing this. That's my Sirdork mascot until hopefully maybe one day Disney doesn't tell me to change it. We'll see. Lazy Java says, I would love to go to just too far for South Carolina. And Toy Story says, I would totally go to the workshop. I live in California and it's hard to get vacation time. I get it, you guys. I get it, you guys. And it's these workshops that we've been doing. We've only done one, and we're doing another one. This is just like the first step. Like this is the first. I've been saying this is the first thing of its kind, first ever, and there might have been other similar things. I can't claim that this is the first thing ever, but as far as I know, it's really the first thing ever of its kind, and it's really, really amazing. So this is just the first step, and it's such a young thing, such a young, still in its conceptionary stages, and I'm sure, and hopefully will just continue to grow. And who knows? Maybe we'll do one in the South. I hope so. Lazy Jawa says, "Dude, you got my brain going for this fruit theme." Yes, I'm so excited. I cannot wait to see these other fruit themed things. So, what ideas you got thinking, Lazy Jawa? What's running in your head right now? I would love to. If you don't want to spoil it, that's totally okay. But what are you thinking? Oh, Reanimation says, have you seen the new SH figure arts Boba? I need it. Yes, I have. That was another thing that I wanted to share. I didn't think it was quite as crazy as the movie realization, but yeah, that Boba Fett. I think I'm gonna pre-order that Boba Fett also. Oh, he looks so good, and it's nice to see that newer Boba Fett figure. With the new paint job and stuff. Excuse me. Yeah, I want that Boba Fett. He looks good as heck. He looks so good. Let's see. Hang Solo says G.I. Joe classified rocks. You know what? I think those figures are cool. I think G.I. Joe's cool. I don't know anything about G.I. Joe. I was never into it growing up. I was never even into the movies with Channing Tatum. I never actually saw them. But I think they're cool. I think the figures look cool. And I saw Snake Eyes. I thought it was cool. I didn't love it. There were some things about it I thought were kind of not so great. But I think he's cool. So, I think G.I. Joe's cool. Even though I don't know anything about it, I think it's cool. Corey says, you should be... No, James Mortensen says, Corey, you should be able to change your username on YouTube, go through your settings, and manage your Google account. Just changed mine back a couple weeks ago. Yeah, you definitely can. Corey, if you're looking to change it. Yeah, there's... I bet you just Googled it, how to change my YouTube name. I'm sure the first thing that will come up is the easiest thing. Lazy Java says, may have to buy some figures. All right, he's got some ideas in mind here for the fruit. Lazy Java says Mario and Yoshi themed, but figure arts are a little pricey. That would be cool. That's what you're thinking for your fruit theme with Mario and Luigi. That would be cool. The Mario, I don't know the Luigi, but Mario I thought was pretty okay. Like around 20 something bucks for the Mario figure arts. Could be wrong though, but whatever you're thinking, I like where you're going. I like where you're going. Toy Story says, do you have any Mezco figures? I have one. Yeah, I just have one Mezco. She's got the classic Harley figure, but yeah, I only have the Christopher Reeve Superman. That's the only one I have. He's great. It's a beautiful figure. I was never really super into Mezco. Like I saw people posting them and stuff, and I didn't really like them that much. I don't know. I was never into it, but once I really got one in my hands, man, they're great figures. They're fantastic figures. I'm not really like. I think it's really cool that they're making all these their own original, like characters and figures, and they have a ton of them. They got those skull guys. They got Gomez. They got that spray paint guy. They got all kinds of stuff. Yeah, they've got a ton of characters, and I think it's so cool that they're doing that, and they've built their own little mini universe, and other people are loving it. I think it's awesome. Honestly, I think it's really cool, and they think they should be proud of what they've created. And I'm glad other people are digging it. I think it's really cool. Javier says, "What is the first figure you ever bought? And which one was the one that made you take the picture?" Well, first figure I ever bought, I don't know, man, that's tough. I mean, I've bought figures when I was a tiny little kid with, money I got from my birthday or something, honestly, I have no freaking idea. But the first picture I ever took that was technically a toy photo was a Power Ranger. It was a Shogun mode, Samurai Power Ranger, Red Ranger. Because Power Rangers are awesome, and Power Rangers Samurai is one of my favorite seasons. But yeah, first figure I ever bought, I don't know. I have no idea. Great question though, Javier. Let's see. The Yoshi one is more, says Lazy Java. Yeah, that's. I'm assuming that one is probably a little bit more harder to get. So let's see. El Mars says, "What about some Hot Toys session? That would be dope." Says El Mars 1983. Hot Toys session. Yeah. Well, I mean, I have a few Hot Toys on pre-order, and when those come in, you best know that I'm gonna open them up live. Heck yeah, that's what I used to do on my Instagram, because I did all my live stuff on Instagram for so long. But I was like, I need to be doing this on my YouTube channel, and that's why we're here. So the next one coming, I think, Rex, my Rex Hot Toy was supposed to be here like over a month ago or something, but I got delayed again. So I don't know when the heck that's coming, November or December. But I think I have it's not a Hot Toy, but I have a 3016 scale figure coming soon. It's a Power Ranger, actually. It's a Power Ranger. I got the Green Ranger. And I think he might be the next one that's coming in. And when that comes in, I'll definitely open him. I got a few Hot Toys coming. Jonna's got, obviously, some Harley Hot Toys coming in. She'll probably open them up on her channel. Let's see. Giuseppe says, "Sorry I'm late." Hey, Giuseppe, thanks for being here. You are very late. But hey, you know what? That's alright. Thanks, you're here. And that's all that matters. Scarlet Kid, hey dude. Just pre-ordered my first Mezco. I got the Crow. Oh, you know what? I did see that they did recently reveal their Crow figure, or the Crow. Awesome. That's awesome, man. He's probably gonna be awesome. It's probably gonna be really great. Ranimation says, "I didn't like the look of Mezco until I got Old Man Logan. Now I love most of them." Yeah, you know what? When I saw them in photos, and I think they've really improved over the years too. I always thought they looked very short and wide, and I always thought they looked weird because they used real fabric on their figures, but the fabric was too wide, and I thought it looked goofy. But it really seems like they've improved on that, and they look really good now. So, yeah, I think I was the same way. with you, Reanimation. Giuseppe says, I collect MCU ML, and I'm excited to finally get some arriving. MCU Marvel Legends. Nice. Awesome. I've got a couple. I don't have a lot of Marvel Legends, but Hasbro does a great job, you know. Brody says, I had a fun idea. Maybe Season 3 of The Mandalorian would pick up after Grogu's training and he would be a teenager. Thought that would be funny. Can you imagine seeing little baby Grogu as a teenager? That would be amazing. I hope we see that someday. Like, even if it's like years and years in the future, we see Grogu like somewhat grown. Grown goo.
Grown goo.
I don't know if you guys can hear her out there, but she's making comments here and there. But she liked my grown goo joke. That would be cool though. Brody, that would be awesome. See, I would love to see him as in any age growing. I would just love to see that. The Mr. Christie says, getting some ideas for the fruit theme with Luigi and some Skylanders or Hot Wheels. All right, some Skylanders, nice. That sounds like that's gonna be super creative. All of those, Luigi, some Hot Wheels. Oh, Hot Wheel car like driving through like an apple, and it's like the apple's got a hole in it or something. That would be awesome. That would be so cool. R3 Toy says, late to the stream, but I really dig your latest Deadpool edit in the finished photo. Aw, dude, thank you. I appreciate, I'm so glad you thought it was awesome. Thanks, man. But R3, I just revealed that the next toy photography reaction video is going to be a challenge, and the challenge theme is going to be fruit. And that will be happening on September 17th. So as long as you post a photo with the fruit in it using the hashtag Sirdork Live, I'm going to post more about it. Sirdork Fruit. It'll be on the next reaction video. So that's in the Deadpool fruit shot is where that came from. All right. Let's see here. Oh, my phone just died. I've been using the phone for the live chat because it's a little bit faster than my computer is. But, alright, let's see. Velicta says, have you done any photos with He-Man figures? I have not. He-Man was before my time, really. But I know my older brothers used to loved He-Man. But, yeah, that was before my time. Was never big into He-Man. Hank Solo says, the new movie for G.I. Joe is kind of not like the original Snake Eyes. Never showed his face or talked. I have heard that. And I see how, if hardcore fans of G.I. Joe might not like it. I think it's cool. I think the character instantly becomes more interesting when they can actually talk and have, like, a backstory. Like, they're instantly more interesting. They have so much more depth already, which I like. But, I mean, if you're... I get if you're a hardcore G.I. Joe fan and you don't like that. Because it's a major change, fundamental change to such a beloved character, so I get that. I totally get it. Scarlet's Kid says, I know you don't shoot Mythic Legends, but they are coming out with a new line on the 10th. Cosmic Legions. 1/6 Shooter teased it today. Oh, you know, I did see that picture. Cosmic Legions. Oh, so I wonder if they're like space monsters or something. But I think the Mythic Legions look awesome. I think they're so cool, and they have so many of them. And I totally get the whole craze behind them. They're so cool. But, you know, I'm just like, I'm only into collecting and buying figures that I have, like, this connection with. You know, that I see those figures and I'm like, wow, that's awesome. But, like, I don't have, like, that kind of connection with them like I do, like, a Stormtrooper or someone from Star Wars or something that I already love. You know, I need that connection to drive me to buy it and to collect it. But I still think they're awesome. And I saw some in person the other day at a convention we were at, and they looked awesome. Looked really good, and I was like, dang, they look good in person too. Yeah, Reanimation talking about Grogu. He said he'd have to be like 200 years old to be a teen. Yeah, he'd have to be maybe even older. He's 50 and he's still an infant. He's more than an infant because he can walk. He's like a toddler. So yeah, maybe 200. Sounds all right. R3 Toy says, challenge accepted. Yes, the fruit challenge. Heck yeah, I'm glad you're into it, man. But, all right, guys. So don't, I'm going to end the stream here, but don't go away yet because every video ends with the slideshow of toy photos from all of our members, from the members of the Sirdork fans. Thank you guys for being a part of this. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you do enjoy this, make sure you're subscribed for the next stuff coming. And if you could like the video, if you enjoyed what you're seeing here, thank you so much. But seriously, you guys, thank you so much for everything. Hang on, she's got one more thing to say. Oh, it's looking really good.
If you guys have been here the whole time, you saw this when I started. This is what it looks like now. It's looking
great, babe. You're doing a really great job.
You can see my progress in photos when it's done on sweetheart.harley on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook.
All right, that's enough plugs for you. It's enough.
Don't push me. I'm just gonna leave her here with you.
Okay, that's okay.
Okay.
So anyway, you guys, thank you so much for everything, for being here. You guys are wonderful. Thank you all for being here. So here comes. This will be my first time doing it, but make sure you watch the whole end of the stream for everybody's toy photos, for all the members. So I'll see you guys next week. Thank you again.